way it should. So let's keep it real simple. Start that broadcast on Dave's personal page, personal profile. Yeah, let's see. It failed. Okay. All right. Well, we'll give him one more live and move forward. What up, y'all? Start the broadcast on that one. I don't know why it's failing, but it is what it is, man. Where we need to be. We are where we need to be. All right. All right. So we're on you. We're on one of me, and we're on one YouTube. That's good enough for me.
Is it me?
Mm-hmm. So yeah, y'all. In a moment, like I've said so many different times, we are gonna look like or sound like we know what we're talking about and give you just a few minutes. I'm sorry I'm not looking at you, man, because I'm just trying to figure this out. Okay. Yeah, we'll sound like we know what we're talking about, and then we will be LIVE for the audio, and that's it. So, Quest, it's your space, man. It's your space. Yeah.
All right. So let me do this real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go here,
mm-hmm.
here, and I'm gonna go here and
mm-hmm.
do this and do that, like these and like these. Yep. Bang. And then I'm gonna come here. And
Hey, Quest,
yeah?
I'm smelling the lunch coming out through my door.
You smelling the lunch?
Because lunchtime is in a few minutes.
The wife made lunch.
Bro, it's coming through the steel door.
Big up to
There's no vents. How it reach in here?
Boy. Hold on a second, because I don't understand how that's happening.
What up, y'all? We are in a holding pattern just for a moment.
Just for a moment.
Where is?
Just for a moment.
I'm gonna go on JQuest. Yeah. JQuest Green.
So I'm gonna. Yeah.
There it is.
You wanna go here, and you wanna share, and
Yeah, we're gonna be talking sensible in like a minute.
Yep.
Don't go away. We will be back after these messages. See, Quest, if we were in that other studio, I could hit this button and then something would have popped up on the screen.
Everywhere. It just go everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? That's all good, though.
Mm-hmm.
That's all good. And if I don't do it right now, I'm not fitting to fight with it.
Yeah, I'm going to put an echo in the chamber.
You know what I'm saying?
There he is. That was me. Yeah. So.
We're going to push this right in here.
Mm-hmm. Go live.
There we go. That's what we're looking for. And boom. All right. Quiet on the set.
What?
Quiet on the set.
Peace, y'all. It's your man Dave with my brother Quest, the man bringing you all things marriage, paying you huge dividends on your investment in time with us. We're talking about love, sex, having children, money, spirituality, life, communication, and anything else to help you thrive and win in your relationships. And guess what? This is grown folks' business. So get ready to make grown-up decisions. You know why? Because marriage ain't for suckers. That's the name of the program. Marriage ain't for suckers. All right, let's get into it. Hey, yo, Quest, it's time to give the people something, man. What we talking about today?
What up? What up? What up? Y'all already know who it is. It's your boy Quest, man. Welcome to another edition of the Marriage Ain't for Suckers podcast, alongside my man, my man, co-host extraordinaire, L. David Harris.
Get on the mic.
And MC.
Yo, what up?
D.
Yo.
I'm
Huh?
sorry. I'm sorry.
Huh?
Ladies and gentlemen, L. David Harris.
Oh, you talk about me? You talk about me?
Yeah.
Get on the mic.
MC. You already know. I like for real. It's because it's not right if I don't do it properly. You know what I'm saying? I just want to make sure my dude get his propers.
No hard feelings.
Man. Welcome to another edition, y'all. It's so good. I see a couple of people popping in on Facebook and a number of other places. Good to see y'all again. I hope everybody has had a wonderful week thus far. It's Thursday. One more to the Sabbath rolls in, one more to the weekend, and especially this week, D. I'm glad about it. I'm glad about it. This week it's been busy, but it's been kind of rough. And I'll be a little transparent with folk. I am dealing. It's funny. My grandmother has been passed away for the last 2 years. I would say 2 through 20, 21, 22, going on 3 years now. Mm-hmm. And it's been kind of rough. It's funny how grief hits you. Mm-hmm. Right. Sometimes you think it'll hit you right away. For me, it's been a little bit different because of the time that she passed away. She passed away in the middle of COVID. So, of course, we didn't get to see a funeral. We didn't have a wake. We didn't have any of those things. She just kind of got buried, and then we saw the after effects of that. So in that respect, it's been kind of weird over the last couple of days, but I praise God for friends and family and peeps like this guy right here who, let me tell y'all something. Accountability and brotherhood is a serious thing. And for those of you who don't have it, like for real, get you some people who love you, who care about you, you know what I'm saying, but are not impressed by you, who you give permission to walk in, to step into your inner spaces and really give you the stuff that you need. And that's what this guy is for me from time to time. And so I praise God for this brotherhood, for real. And so yeah, it's been like that for me, but I'm looking forward to the rest, if you will, the sweet rest. How's things on the island?
Yeah, life is life, man. Yeah, I'm going through some stuff too. I didn't mention to you because we were talking to you. And but listen, at the same time, and I'm not looking for optimism here. Let me tell y'all, I say it on my other program like regularly, right? I made up something, Jay. Yeah. I made up something. I'm not a pessimist. I'm not an optimist. I made up something. You ready for it?
Yeah, sure.
I'm an always sufficientist.
Oh.
So when I tip over the cup, I know that the creator is going to make a whole lot come out of that cup.
I love it.
The glass is always sufficient. That's how I see life.
If he can take 2 fish and 5 loaves of bread and feed $5,000, then he can. If he can cause the widow to go back to her oil and her flour after Elijah and continue to, then he sure enough can.
So that's where it is. So on the flip side of the really crazy challenge, you know, there's some opportunities in front of me to make more impact. If that's a thing, like it's amazing how much God has entrusted to me in terms of impact, but in a different space now. And so I'm thankful for whatever that means, because that's what I live for. I wake up in the morning with one thing on my mind, and that's to reach the planet in a positive way and measurable way. So that's where we are right now, man.
So I love it, man. And I'm praying that he continues to enlarge your territory as you create more influence and people's lives are actually blessed by, you know what I'm saying, what you're imparting to folks. So yeah, shouts out to you, man, as you navigate through this place in space.
Yeah, man. Yeah. So God is great. And by the way, we got a few more minutes than I thought, because wifey sent me a message. It's red pea soup today. It's red pea soup. It's going to be 45 minutes after the hour instead of the normal time. So just, put that in your pipe and you smoke that while I wait to taste what I'm hearing and smelling coming through that door right there,
That's
man.
Great.
Oh,
That's
my goodness,
great.
bro. It's killing me right now, bro.
I don't have a lot of time, but you know what I'm saying? Because I got the program to knock out with the little one.
It's on you.
But I don't know if I'm not getting red pea soup after mine. If this goes through, then I'll come for some in December.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I'll come and get some in December. I just wanted, yeah. Shouts out to what I'm saying, Moni Love in the kitchen making red pea soup
And
for
no tail in it,
no
and
tail.
fresh coconut
Yo,
is in it.
man.
All right. I'm distracted.
All
I'm
right, I'm
distracted, bro.
distracted
Let's
as
go.
well. I'm distracted as well. But yeah, shouts out to everybody once again. One of the things we wanted to discuss this evening, shouts out to everybody that's a part of the Greenhouse Marriage community, where we discuss all things marriage under the premise of foundation, love, lifestyle, and legacy. If you want to be a part of a community of like-minded individuals who
Sweet.
push to move marriages from shaky to good, from good to great, but ultimately to phenomenal, then you can definitely do that. And you can do that by just going by the website, www.jquestgreen.com/coaching, and join the community there. I would also like to remind everybody that soon and very soon, David and I are putting together a relationship course in which you guys can be a part of. And here's the funny thing, David, like it's pretty much knocked out already. All we got to do is put it up there for you guys to come in, and don't worry. So just be on the lookout for that because that's coming very soon. But yeah, one of the things we were discussing in the community last night, D, is this necessity for personal growth, right? It's multi-dimensional, it's multifaceted. There are many moving parts to it. I believe that it consists of 4 different areas specifically, but in those 4 different areas, you're talking about branches to a tree. You know what I'm saying? Like, I look at it from the mental, from the physical, from the emotional, and most importantly, the spiritual part of it all, right? And it's important, especially for me, and as it hits home, because as I'm dealing with this whole thing that we were talking about earlier on, I definitely need to be in the blessed place I can possibly be from a health perspective and my personal growth. Why? Because the marriage is only as strong as its least developed individual.
Ooh.
Yeah. I mean, you know what I'm saying, D? And if I'm not doing what I should be doing, then what I basically am doing is putting my marriage growth on hold, right? So I just wanted to point out that the conclusion we came to last night, right, in terms of personal growth, right, it is the process. And I feel I need to stretch that word process because a lot of the times when we think about personal growth, we think we can do some work this week and then just be there next week. But personal growth is more so of a journey, right? It's kind of like marriage in the sense that it's never a institution that you graduate from. And so in this process, it's where an individual becomes aware of the self in its entirety, followed by taking steps to address the behavior, attitudes, values, actions, habits, right, that they wish to change, especially ones that are not serving them well. And once again, it involves those 4 different areas, right? So D, real quick, speak to how that impacts or the importance of embracing this personal growth and how it impacts your interaction with your spouse.
Listen, can you imagine walking up in somebody's house, your house, walking up in your house and nobody knows who you are?
Yeah.
Huh? You walk in the front door, whatever way you do it. I guess you people in those them communities like how y'all live in. So you probably don't walk in the front door no more. You probably drive in to a garage and then it closes and then you go through a door that goes through a mud room and then to some other space, right? And then when you come in, like everybody's looking at you like who is that? Like, and worse, depending on how people are in the house, maybe you get drawn on. Like, who is you and what you doing in here? Yeah, well, some people walk into their daily lives with their spouses with masks on. And look, somebody blindfolded them and they with consent allowed them to put a mask on. They don't even know what the mask is. And then you walk up in your house with the mask on and you behave from the perspective of the masked bandit and then wonder why nothing's working right. And so as you who are watching can see over my shoulder, I'm on that master your authenticity flex. Like, you have to be honest with yourself about who you are and low-key begin the discovery process to say, this is who I actually am. I said actually am.
Yep.
These are my strengths. These are my limitations. And now we're sitting firmly in a process to improve continually. One real quote, one quick quote. Good, better, best. Never let it rest until the good is better and the better, better.
Oh,
Not
that's
best.
right. It's better. It's better. It's better. That's right. That's right. We did have that discussion.
Yes, sir. So we're on this continuum of growth.
Yeah.
We're not looking for a destination. Progress. In my behavior style, we have to say, progress over perfection. Embrace progress.
I think that we should include that there never really is a best. I don't know who.
It's not a goal.
It's not a, yeah.
It's not a goal.
And even if it is one, it's not an attainable goal because times change, things change, seasons evolve. This summer is not going to be the same summer as last summer. I don't care.
Nah. You're living your best life. Yeah, really? Listen, I got shots for all of that stuff. Live your on purpose. Live your reality at optimal levels as you continue to develop. I don't know how to coin that right now, but I promise you when I do, I'll let y'all know.
Yeah, and here's the funny thing. I get it what you're saying, but your best life right now can't be your best life. This might be your better life.
Bruh, if you settle for your best life at 23 minutes after the hour on this date right here, I'm sorry for you.
Right.
Because I have a couple meetings today that will improve the life that I do not have at 23 minutes after the hour.
I'm just trying to tell you.
You see what I'm saying?
I promise you.
Let's not become complacent, but more than that, though, let us not accept and embrace the mask. Take off that. Take off it.
Take off that. So here's the thing too, D. As we talk about this thing called personal growth, I really want us to understand, right, what we're saying, and then talk about a little bit about the benefits, right? So understanding personal growth means that you are taking responsibility for your own personal development.
Yes, sir.
When I say development, I mean that the person that you were. Here's the funny thing. I know that we're in a place in space now where, like, legit, the lines, if you will, in between each season get blurred because of we're being pulled in so many directions and we're doing so many different things and we're moving so fast that you could be in a new season and not even know it. And the part about that is that sometimes when you're in a new season and not know it, you are operating as the old person and wondering why things are not working for you in the new season. It's because you thought that operating as the person you've always operated in, or the version of yourself you've always operated in, is going to work in this new place and space that you quickly find out through difficulty and challenge that it's not. And so I think that's one. The other part about that is, it involves taking responsibility for your personal development in that season, number one. Then number two, recognizing your weaknesses. Oh, man.
Oh.
Even I just got punched in the mouth.
And appropriate. It's appropriate.
You know what I'm saying?
Take it like a soldier, man.
Recognizing your weaknesses and working on them. And I'll do it for the purposes of someone else's growth. there are some things that I'm dealing with as it relates to grandma not being here anymore. And I really don't want to face some of those things because I'm not going to like who I am as I travel through that, because I don't want to see myself in that light. That is a weakness. Why? Because it doesn't allow me to face what needs to be faced so that I can experience the growth that there's no way for you to achieve growth without passing through the tunnel of pain. I remember when I was starting out, going back to the gym as an older man, if you will. And what I do as an older man is not as easy as when I was doing it as a younger man. It was just like, no problem. You know what I'm saying? We lift 10 this week. Next week, we go up 15 pounds. You know what I'm saying? And we pushing it. No problem. But I realized that the body is getting older and it just can't take on what it used to take on. And so with that being said, like recognizing that my body can't do that and making the necessary adjustments may take me a little bit longer, but still achieving the goal. But I take that same principle and I'm now, as I'm saying it, I'm getting slapped in my teeth, applying it to all the different areas of my life. There's no way for me to get to what I want my body to get to without passing through the tunnel of pain. Shouts out to Rochelle
I know it.
Parks, the health motivator, because she's the one who told me that anything worth having is going to require that you experience difficulty and challenge to get it. So while I don't want to do this particular thing, I value growth more. I look at this thing that I don't want to do as a weakness. I embrace growth and just put on my seatbelt and get ready for the ride. Why? Because it is only then, right? We said the first one was taking responsibility for your own personal development. If personal development is waiting on the other side of this weakness and you can't go around it, you can't go under it, you can't go over it, you can only go through it. If that be the case, let's ride.
So let me talk to you about that unnecessary pain again. But this time I want to point to you Exhibit A. If you're Quest right now, you could pull up your pants leg and look at the back of your foot and recall some tendons that ruptured. They're called Achilles.
Attention!
And sometimes if we're not prepared for
I love it. That's good.
the necessary pain,
Yeah.
then our Achilles heel is unnecessary pain.
Oh, that's good.
Because my brother ruptured some stuff back there in his foot
Oh, that's good.
while he was running like a young boy, which he's not.
Oh.
Let that settle in, y'all. Let that settle in.
David's moments of wisdom.
Yeah. So God is faithful, man. There's necessary pain in the growth process, but there is some level of pain that is unnecessary.
Yeah. So if we talk within the context of marriage, right, and we're understanding it, I think the first thing we said was you take responsibility. The second thing is you recognize your weaknesses. And then the last one, within the context of marriage, it also means encouraging your partner, right, to do the same and supporting them in their growth journey. Right? So that's all a part of it. But I wanted to back up a little bit, if I can, right, and just talk to the benefits of it, D. And one of the benefits of personal growth is improved communication.
Yes.
And I'm saying that because there are some conversations that some couples should be having right now. And there's one spouse that wants to have the conversation and one that does not want to have the conversation. And it is legit stopping the growth of the marriage. You're kind of like stuck in a loop, if you will. Why? Because there's some conversations that need to be had, but your spouse can't have it with you because they're fearful of what your response is going to be. They're fearful of how you will react.
Yeah.
and you will react adversely if you are immature. This is where that HMV comes into place, that humility, that maturity, and that vulnerability. This
Yeah.
is that place. If I know, like, we've had our talks, right, D? And I praise God for being in a position where I'm finally in a place and space where I'm not above reproach. I'm not above rebuke. I'm not above being told what to do as long as it's from somebody who's very knowledgeable. You know what I mean? And so I think for some of us, we don't want to face what needs to be faced because we don't like to see ourselves in that light. But the truth is, you're not God. The only person who knows it from A to Z is God.
Yes.
And if you're not that, then you need to be able to be mature enough to know, like, okay, I don't know this, and maybe these words right here might help me navigate through this area such that I don't have to deal with it again. But some of us are stuck because you refuse to touch the pain point. So I'm saying one of the benefits is improving communication. What say you?
That I'm gonna just sit right there, man. I'm not gonna add nothing to it because communication is key. I know it's a cliche, but listen, if you're speaking, if you are behaving, if you are acting, if you are sending signals, whoops, I forgot I got my stuff on.
Wow.
Automatic. My bad. But if you're doing any of that and no one is on the other end receiving, you have not communicated.
Wow.
You have not communicated.
You articulated, but you didn't communicate. Is that what we're saying?
That's what we're saying. And I promise you, if I'm gonna use worst case scenario. Pride would cause us to do it that way. Say, I said it. I did it. I went forward. With no care, though,
Ooh.
that the message was well received. I said well received, not just received. I said well received. We're talking about marriage here, bro.
And you saying pride kills that?
Pride causes that, where it's just like, yeah, I said it.
Perpetually repeating ignorant decisions every day.
Yeah. Yeah, I got that. I heard that. Pride. I can spell. I heard that. Say that again.
Perpetually repeating ignorant decisions every day.
Oh.
Every day. So here's the funny thing then. If it improves communication, then you will probably see increased trust and intimacy. Because if we don't have the right communication, then chances are I'm drawing conclusions to things. And I'm drawing conclusions because I don't have enough information to make a wise decision. And that puts a crack in the foundation of trust.
Oh.
Right? So that's the second one. The third one, better problem solving skills. Right? Which promotes a deeper understanding of one another. I have better problem solving skills because you don't have to deal with my pride. You don't have to deal with my ego. You don't have to deal with the hangups that I have about this conversation. You don't have to deal with none of that. We can get straight to the issue and fix the issue. Why? Because you don't have to deal with none of that stuff because I'm not prideful. I'm not ego. In a general term, I'm saying if we knew how to properly administer personal growth, who we are in the mental, in the physical, in the spiritual, in the emotional, if we knew how to handle ourselves in those areas, you don't have to worry about none of that preliminary stuff. This is the reason why God has the problems with us that he does. It's not that he doesn't want us to prosper. It's that he has to deal with all of those little issues of our soul such that we could get to the place where we can accept prosperity properly. Brethren, I pray that you prosper and be in good health, even as your soul prospers.
So we have to get to that space of soul prosperity first, isn't it?
Oh, man.
Even as. So Lord, help us to embrace his view, his design, not view, his design for your growth, your prosperity, your health, the reality that he has been ushering you into. And the question is, are you going to go with him or keep going with the mask on, man?
So that's the question. But you know what, 2D? I want to leave him with 4 things before we get out of here.
Okay.
Prevents or serve as obstacles, if you will, to personal growth, right? Lack of time.
Mm-hmm.
And here's the funny thing. We make time for the things we want to make time for. If you see your growth and how it impacts your marriage as a priority, then you'll make time for it. That's number 1. Number 2, lack of motivation. It's funny. You could be so unmotivated to do anything, but if I tell you, and if I actually had it and the power to carry it through, if I told anybody listening, listen, I got $1 million right now and I'm giving it away. All you got to do is meet me downtown Charlotte on the corner of Trade and College, and I'll be waiting right there.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You will find your unmotivated tail in your car.
Yes, sir. We'll figure it out.
Right?
Yes, sir.
And so we're motivated for the things we want to be motivated for. Fear of change. I know this well. I've experienced it from time to time, even in the present place that I'm in. Fear of changing from one place of growth to another. And not because I fear growth, but because I fear the thing that I got to face to get the growth. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's number 3. And then number 4, which for anyone, I'm just going to say a big shame on you if this applies to you, but resistance to personal development.
You said what you said.
I'm just saying, D. And so as we get out of here, man, I'm really just telling y'all, from shaky to good, from good to great. If you really want to experience phenomenal and personal growth, is going to be a part of that. And we need it in all our marriages.
There you have it.
There you have it, y'all. I hope you've enjoyed your time with us. Marriage is about mutual love and mutual respect, and it works for those willing to make it work. Real talk, our spouses are treasured jewels given to us to make life better. And the sooner we learn to value one another will be the sooner we become the absolute best versions of ourselves we can be. Until next time, peace.